Hey, hope you guys are doing great. I want to just give you some inspiration for this Monday. I am Noah Elias and happy to be here with you guys. I want to talk to you a little bit about date night. I was talking with another person that I'm mentoring today, and she just described a little bit about her family life and what she's got going on and how important those have been for her in her life with her relationship with her husband. And I'm just looking back now, and we are looking at about 15 years for Chantel and I in terms of our relationship, our marriage, and what that's done for our family, what that's done for our home life, and the priority of date nights. I just want to give a couple techniques on what I think would help. One would be trade with somebody that you have in your neighborhood or some of your friends where you can say, look, we don't have the money for a sitter, but you just do a trading with somebody to where they get to go out one week and then you get to go out one week, and you kind of have a standing ritual in terms of helping each other out. The other one would be, you don't have to do it every week, but if you could look at every other week, that's another way to get it into play. Kind of eating the elephant one small bite at a time without having to go too big too soon. But date nights also need to be intentional. Date nights aren't about just, we're going to go out, we're going to hang out, and just have a good time and just kick back, go see a movie, whatever. That, to me, that doesn't work. It doesn't count. A true date night looks like this. You go out. There's no movies. There's time for dinner. There's having some dinner and just being quiet in a specific place. But then what you're going to do is you're going to ask each other specific questions, and those are this: how do you feel about the marriage, and what is it I can do to make it better? And some folks want to listen to a long monologue. Others don't. But for Chantel and I, it's pretty quick after 15 years doing it every single week. You get into that rhythm of every 7 days, being able to diffuse situations and diffuse bombs quicker without them festering inside the marriage in terms of resentment or forgiveness or things that happen that go sideways that you need to rally around and work through. We've just found techniques, and you're able to have a lot more grace with one another and helping each other out. Now, another thing that I would look at is just make sure that you don't count staying at home after the kids going down as a date night, because that doesn't count either. You want to make sure that you're getting out of the house. You want to make sure that you're not staying in a familiar place. Go get quiet, away from people talking, away from the kids talking, and make sure that you're concentrating specifically on yourselves and the marriage. I would also encourage you to not talk about the kids if possible. Try to focus on you. Try to focus on your marriage and what's going on with the marriage and what can be done to make it better. So, get out of the house, be specific on what you're going to talk about, what you're going to ask to each other. Let each other talk without interrupting. That's another key one for us, is the idea and the opportunity just to be able to talk for the sake of being able to be heard. If you really want to see the fruit of that take place, make sure that you repeat back what you heard, such as, okay, I just heard you talk for a few minutes, and based on that, here's what I heard. I heard that you're frustrated with work. I heard that you're frustrated with the way that the house looks, and I heard that you're frustrated with this. Is that what you said? And then you got that dialogue of confirmation and that you're heard. Well, most folks think that when you go out on date night that you want your date night to be fun, and this sounds like a drag. But I can just tell you this. If you get the foundation of your marriage solid, and you have your foundation of your marriage solid in your life, and in the kids are just going to see it. They see you guys going out. They see that you're keeping each other a priority. And wives and husbands, I'm telling you this, your spouse was there before the kids were there. Remember that. Always remember that. Your spouse was there before the kids were there. And your marriage and your spouse needs to be top priority. The kids are secondary to the marriage. If you don't have a healthy marriage, the kids aren't going to have a healthy foundation. So I just wanted to encourage you on date nights and how that's worked for Chantel and I. I would encourage you guys to do that. I hope this helps. If you're single, this even works for single folks. Take yourself out, but be intentional with that time, taking yourself out on a date. Just a time to replenish. It's showing that you've actually marked out time to be able to get that time done, and you're not just squandering every single night of the week, but you're actually being intentional with your time. Please leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a fantastic week. Talk soon.